Today I'm going to be rebuilding the Memphis Grizzlies around Ja Morant. The goal of this video will be to win Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies a championship. So far this season, the Memphis Grizzlies have been playing amazing. They've started off playing with 14 wins and only 8 losses, which puts them as the 4th seed. So they've been off to a really good start, and for all of those games, Ja Morant has not even been healthy, so they're playing really well even without Ja Morant. And the reason for that is they have Scottie Pippen Jr., who they signed on an amazing contract and has been stepping up whenever Ja Morant is either injured or not playing. So this team has a lot of potential in my opinion. They're a really young team, as you guys can see right here. The age of the players are all in their 20s or younger. The only player above 20 who's not in their 20s is Marcus Smart, and he's only 30 years old. So this team's got a lot of potential for the future. I'm excited to see what this team could do. I could see them winning a championship in the next 5 years. Um, the roster is really good, to be honest, as you guys can see. Jay Huff has also been phenomenal for this team. He's a center, he's a good rim protector. And on top of all that, he's an amazing three-point shooter. I've liked Jay Huff's game so far. He's been playing phenomenal. And Jalen Wells, the rookie that they got at the second round of the 2024 draft, has also been playing phenomenal, shooting 39% from the three-point line. And he's been their starting small forward / shooting guard, which has been phenomenal. Santi Aldama, another player who's been playing really good for this team. He's rebounding amazingly, playing amazing offense. Zach Edey, a steal that they got at the 9th overall pick in the 2024 draft. They decided to pick up Zach Edey in that draft, and clearly it's been paying off, as you guys can see. He's an amazing player, shooting 61% from the field. He's a good defender, offensive player, and a good rebounder. He's a good player all around, so we will have him as our starting center, and obviously we're going to have Ja Morant. We're going to keep Marcus Smart around for now. His efficiency is not the best. Hopefully that could change. And hopefully his efficiency could get better. Desmond Bane, who's also another young talent, only 26 years old, who will probably be getting better year by year. He's still young. He's an amazing three-point shooter. Jaren Jackson Jr., one of the best defenders, only 25 years old, amazing offensive player, and one of the best defensive players in the league. And this is going to be our starting 5 as of right now. I'm not going to be making any trades right now, and the reason for that is we have been playing phenomenal, obviously, 14 wins and 8 losses. The Grizzlies have been playing good. So we're going to run with this rotation and see how things go until the trade deadline, and then we'll decide if there's any moves to make. Game 1 is a loss, but hopefully that could change up here. Now I'll be seeing you guys either at the trade deadline or the end of the season. It'll probably be the trade deadline. I think I'm going to make 1 or 2 moves for sure. So I'll see you guys there. So I stopped here on January 27th, and the reason for that is to tell you guys a little something. So as you guys can see in the top right corner, we're the 8th seed. We've lost a bunch of games here. You guys could probably see all the L's on the screen. What I think we're going to be doing is tanking this season. The reason for that is we have our own first round pick in the 2025 draft. And if we tank, we may be able to get an amazing prospect. As you guys can see in the 2025 draft, there's a bunch of amazing players that we could use on this team that would most definitely help us win a championship in the future. So I think I'm going to be taking Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, any players that are helping us get wins out of the rotation, and subbing them in for players that are not playing in our rotation. So yeah, I'm going to try tanking as much as we can this season and hopefully be a lottery team. That way we acquire ourselves a lottery pick. So now I'll be seeing you guys at the end of season 1, where hopefully we could have one of the worst records in the league. We're here at the end of season number 1, where Jokic wins MVP, Jared McCain Rookie of the Year, Amin Thompson 6th Player of the Year, Wemby wins Depoy, Amin Thompson Most Improved, Jokic Clutch Player, Kenny Atkinson wins Coach of the Year, and the Minnesota Timberwolves win Executive of the Year. Do we get any all NBA selections? I highly doubt it, because we didn't play our starting 5 as much. So yeah, they're not going to be here. And you guys are not going to believe it. Somehow we were still the 8th. We were the 8th seed somehow, and we're a play-in team. And you guys are not going to believe the type of rotation I was running. As you guys can see, I was playing Brandon Clark, 48 minutes, 44 for John Conchar. Our whole team was playing amazing, even though we were trying to lose. And I had Jaren Jackson on the bench, Morant, Desmond Bane. I put Jake LaRavia as our starting power forward, and this man just started playing like Stephen Curry, shooting the lights out, as you guys can see. 25 points, 22, making so many three-pointers. I don't know how he was doing it, but then we had to take him out also. But that's a good sign. At least we know he's a good player in 2K Simulation, so we could have him as possibly our 6th or 7th man next season. And now I'm going to purposely lose this game against the Golden State Warriors, and then I'll see you guys at the NBA draft. Or actually, I'll see you guys in the playoffs. We'll see together who's going to win the NBA championship this season. There we go. The Memphis Grizzlies were eliminated from the play-in, which is exactly what we wanted. And now let's see who's going to win the championship this playoff run. Luckily, we got ourselves a lottery pick, I believe. That should be a lottery pick, a play-in team. So hopefully we can get someone good with the pick that we're going to have. Anthony Edwards, Western Conference Finals MVP. Jason Tatum, Eastern Conference. And why is Jason Tatum averaging 19 points per game? His shot tendency must be low. That was the same thing for Stephen Curry. His shot tendency was at a 70, which is insane. I don't know why it's that low, but the 2K update clearly lowered a bunch of players' shot tendency, which shouldn't have been the case. Anthony Edwards wins Finals MVP. The Minnesota Timberwolves win the 2025 NBA Championship. Now I'm going to overturn a few of these retirements, and then I'll be seeing you guys at the NBA draft. Here we are at the 2025 NBA draft. Let's see which pick we end up with. We are projected to get pick number 13. Hopefully it goes up. I highly doubt it, but even if we get 13, that's fine. I'm totally fine with that. Let's see. And we stay at 13, so we're going to have the 13th overall pick, which I'm pretty happy about, to be honest. Let's see who we could get. Let's scout a few players. The 2025 NBA draft is stacked, so we should be able to get ourselves a pretty good player. I'm going to be looking for a small forward, perhaps. I think we could use a starting small forward. That way we can push Desmond Bane back to be our starting shooting guard instead. Like getting this guy here, I think would be phenomenal. Or this guy. There's a lot of good small forwards that we can get. We could possibly even trade our pick up, and I think I'm going to be doing just that because we don't need Marcus Smart this season. His efficiency is horrible. I played him for all the games, and as you guys can see, he shoots below 40% in NBA 2K. So I'm going to be trading him and our, not John Morant most definitely, and our 13th overall pick, and try trading up to like an 5th to 8th overall pick, which hopefully we can do. I think we should be able to do, so let me see which pick we should go after, and I'll show you guys the trade once I come up with one. So I'm going to be trying to target the 4th overall pick that the Utah Jazz have. We would have to give up Marcus Smart, our 13th overall pick. Let's see if they would accept this, and they don't, but we can use a few more picks. Second rounders, I think, should be fine. Let's see if they accept. If we add in a bunch of second round picks, and they're still declining, but hopefully now they accept, and they don't. So possibly we could throw in one more player in this trade, and I think we could use John Conchar and his trade value. He's 74 overall. He probably won't be playing for us anyways this up and coming season. He has a 2-star trade value. Let's see if this works, and it does. And now we acquired ourselves the 4th overall pick. That would be insane if we're able to get Cooper Flag. In one of my last few videos, I've seen Cooper Flag fall all the way to pick number 5, which would be insane. Even if we're not able to get him, we can most definitely get some other players. Yeah, let me finish staff signing, and then I'll see you guys at the NBA draft, where hopefully we get ourselves an amazing prospect. So I finished staff signing, and now we're here at the NBA draft. Let's see who's going to go number 1, and it's VJ Edgecombe. If Cooper Flag or Ace Bailey fall to number 3, which one of them will, I think I'm going to trade up with the Detroit Pistons. Let's see. And Ace Bailey goes number 2, which means Cooper Flag will probably go number 3, but I'm going to stop that and trade away our 4th overall pick and some more picks for the 3rd overall pick and acquire ourselves Cooper Flag, which I think will make this video a lot funner and better. So let me come up with the trade and I'll see you guys at the trade, which hopefully we can pull off. Oh god, we can't pull the trade off. The reason is the Detroit Pistons are not able to trade the 3rd overall pick. Perhaps we should have just gone for the 2nd. Hopefully, fingers crossed, they don't take Ace Bailey. Let's see where Ace Bailey is projected to go. Sorry, not Ace Bailey. Cooper Flag. Yeah, they're going to take Cooper Flag most definitely. Detroit Pistons, I believe, need a small forward, and they're going to take him, and they do. God damn it. Maybe we could trade for him after this draft. I'm not sure, but let's see who we're going to be selecting. We can get Dylan Harper, who's not a good three-point shooter at all, so we're not going to be picking him. We can get Liam McNeely, who I think would honestly be a really good fit on our team. Let's see his Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame LeBron James ceiling. That is insane. I think we're going to go ahead and select him. A+ three-point shooting, B+ playmaking, and B perimeter defense. So, yeah, I believe we're going to take Liam McNeely. I think we could run with him. I've never chosen him in a video before, so I think we're just going to keep him on our team instead of trading him. He is a 76 overall, and he'll obviously be progressing, so we're going to be seeing how this team plays this coming season with our new... Where is he? Liam McNeely, our new starting small forward. And now I'm going to finish free agency. We're going to pick up the team option on Jake LaRavia. He's an amazing player, could be an amazing role player on our team. So we're going to go ahead and accept that. Do we need to bring anyone back? It doesn't look like it. Let's see if we have any bird rights on any players. We do have to bring Luke Kennard back, but I'm fine with letting him walk. We got all of our good players locked up on contracts, which is really nice. I extended Jaren Jackson Jr. on a 2-year contract, and there was another player, I think Santi Aldama. We gave him like a 4-year, $71 million contract, which may be a lot of money, but he was playing phenomenal for us. So let me finish filling out our roster, and I'll be seeing you guys at the start of season number 2. We're going to be upgrading our backup center position from Brendan Clark, and we're going to be targeting Clint Capella, who's an amazing offensive player, one of the best rebounders in the league, and a good interior defender that could mentor Zach Edey. I think he would be that perfect mentor. He's a veteran. We need some veteran presence on our team also, so he would be perfect. Brendan Clark is a undersized center. He's only 6'8". He's not the best rebounder. So we're going to be moving on from him and trying to acquire Clint Capella. Let's see what they say. They want Gigi Jackson. That's not happening. But I will be down to give up 1 first-round pick, and that's about it. They're still declining. What about 2 second-rounders or 1 second-rounder? They're still declining, so they want a lot for Clint Capella, and he's not worth 2 first-rounders. So we're going to go ahead and look for a new backup center. We'll try for Robert Williams. He's an amazing rebounder, one of the best rim protectors in the league, and he's a good offensive player. Let's see if 1 first could get it done, which hopefully it does, and it doesn't. What about 2 second-rounders? 1 second-rounder? Nope. 2 second-rounders, and still no. So now we're going to have to target a different backup center. I'm surprised these teams are not taking what we're offering them. 1 first-rounder and 2 second-rounders should get it done, but clearly it's not. What about Daniel Gafford? Okay, so these teams want 2 first-rounders on top of Brendan Clark, which in my opinion is a lot. Kongu would be nice, but he's not the best rebounder, so I would rather have someone else on our team. Mark Williams would be nice, to be honest, but he's more of a starting center than a backup center. What about Walker Kessler? We can't get Walker Kessler, so I'm going to have to look for a different trade, and hopefully I can come across one. I'm going to be trying to get Mark Williams on our team. I think we would have amazing centers, 2 centers on our team if we're able to get him. Both of them would be 7 foot or taller, which would be phenomenal. Let's see if they accept. Mark Williams is someone I'm okay with giving 2 first-round picks for. Clint Capella, I'm not. He's 31 years old. He's probably going to be regressing, but Mark Williams is only 23 years old. So let's see if they accept. They still declined this offer. Let's throw in 2 second-rounders. First, let's try with 1, and they still decline. Okay, so this team is not budging at all. What if we throw in Cameron Payne? And that gets it done. Perhaps we should have done that for Clint Capella, but now we got ourselves a better center, in my opinion. A 23-year-old Mark Williams, who's an amazing offensive player and an amazing rebounder. And now I'll be seeing you guys at the start of season number 2. We're here at the start of the season. This is going to be our new starting 5. We're going to have Morant, Desmond Bane playing the shooting guard position once again. Last season he was our small forward, but this season he'll be our starting shooting guard instead. And then now we have our new rookie, Liam McNeely, at the small forward position. I'm excited to see how he plays. Hopefully he progresses really well. He does have potential of LeBron James. His ceiling is LeBron James Hall of Fame, which means he should be progressing a lot in the next few seasons. Jaren Jackson Jr., Zach Edey will be our starting center. Our 6th man will be Mark Williams. I'm going to be playing both of them 24 minutes each, so they'll be playing the same amount of time. And then we have Santi Aldama, 22 minutes, Scottie Pippen Jr., and Gigi Jackson. There's a few good players that aren't going to make the rotation, sadly, but we can always switch them in for a player if a player is not playing well. But as of right now, this will be our rotation, and I'll either be seeing you guys at the trade deadline or at the end of this season. So at the end of the season, Wemby wins his first MVP, which is insane. I've never really seen Wemby win a MVP in the second season before. It's always a third or fourth season where I've seen him win an MVP. But in today's video, he wins it in the second season. Cooper Flag, Rookie of the Year with the Detroit Pistons. We could have had Cooper Flag, but it is what it is. That would have been amazing if we were able to get him on our team. Josh Giddey wins 6th Player of the Year with the Detroit Pistons. Wemby also wins Depoy, so he won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year in the same season, which is amazing. Bones Highland wins the Most Improved Player. Jason Tatum Clutch Player of the Year, only averaging 22 points per game. Greg Popovich wins Coach of the Year. 60 wins for the San Antonio Spurs. They also win Executive of the Year. Let's see if we get anyone here. We got Morant on All-NBA First Team. That's amazing to see. As you guys can see here, he was averaging 24 points per game and almost 10 assists per game, which is insane. And do we get anyone else? We don't. What about on All-Defensive Team? We don't get Jaren Jackson Jr. or Zach Edey, which is kind of weird, because usually Jaren Jackson Jr. is here, but not in today's video. And we were the 3rd seed, and round number 1 will be going up against the Golden State Warriors. We won 56 games, as you guys can see on the left hand of the screen. 56 games, and lost only 26. So we had a phenomenal season. We were the 3rd seed. Let me show you guys the player stats for our team here. So Morant, 24 points per game. Desmond Bane, 20 points per game. 15 from Jaren Jackson. Our rookie scored 11 points per game. His efficiency was pretty bad, but hopefully that could get better next season. Mark Williams, 10 points per game. 9.5 from Gigi, 9.5 from Santi Aldama, 9 from Zach Edey, and then the rest of the team. Scottie Pippen Jr. was playing really, really bad, so we went ahead. Well, last offseason, actually, we got DeAnthony Melton, but we went ahead and put him in the rotation. Scottie Pippen Jr.'s efficiency was just horrible. And DeAnthony Melton is playing a lot better, shooting 40% from the three-point line. Now let me fix up our player minutes, and let's see if we're going to be able to advance to the next round. The player minutes have been fixed up. Let's see how we'll play against the Golden State Warriors, who are the 6th seed. They traded away Draymond Green, but other than that, their team is pretty much looking the same. Now they got Nick Richards and Rui Hachimura. Those are the only 2 moves that they made. Let's see what happens here. Game 1 is a loss. Curry dropped 39 points on us. Oh, God. Game number 2 is a win. Let's go. Morant drops 39 this time. with 11 assists. Desmond Bane, 26. Jaren Jackson, 16. Zach E is playing good also. Game number 3 is also a win. Let's go. Jaren Jackson with 21. 20 from Bane. Can we go up 3-1? And we do. Let's go. 23 from Jaren Jackson, who's playing phenomenal this playoff run. So is Desmond Bane. Liam McNeely is playing all right. This game he played really good. Hopefully he can keep that up. And it's not a gentleman's sweep, but we do beat them in 6, with Morant recording a double-double, Jaren Jackson with 18. And now we got ourselves the Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson. They have Daniel Gafford at their power forward position, which is really, really weird. Trey Murphy III is their 6th man. Quentin Grimes, Jaden Hardy, and Najee Marshall. Let's see what happens here. Game 1 is a win. Let's go. Morant records another double-double. 22 from Jaren Jackson Jr. Let's keep this up. And we do lose game 2. Luka Doncic dropped a triple-double on our head. This team is pretty stacked, so hopefully we're able to advance to the next round. It's going to be hard, that's for sure. And we're down 2-1. This is where we should come up with a coach game plan, and I am going to do just that. So I came up with a coach game plan. I don't know if we're a better team than the Dallas Mavericks, but hopefully we are. Let's see if we can come back from this 2-1 lead that they have on us. So far, we started with the lead, but now they're pushing right back. It's a close game. We're up by 10, 5 minutes remaining. Hopefully we can keep this lead. They're almost back. We're only up by 2 points. We let them really score like 20 points in a row there. That is insane. Hopefully they don't come back. They tie the game up. Should we jump in? Maybe. Let's see. And we win. Let's go. So we didn't have to jump in. Morant scored how much? 30 points, 10 assists. Jaren Jackson Jr., 24 points. I hired Jaren Jackson's shot tendency, same as Desmond Bane's and Zach Edey's, because Zach Edey is playing phenomenal this playoff run. And hopefully he can keep this up. McNeely had 10 assists. I also put Vince Williams Jr. in our rotation for defensive reasons. He will be coming off the bench for us. He's a good defender. I switched him out for Gigi Jackson, who's not really a good defender in 2K. Let's see if we can go up 3-2. And this is a close game. Oh, God. We almost had it there, but they pushed right back, and it looks like they're going to be winning this one. Morant played phenomenal. So did Jaren Jackson Jr. Desmond Bane kind of struggled. Are we going to be eliminated here, or can we go to Game 7? Let's find out. The first period, we started pretty nicely. The first half was pretty good. Can we keep it? Yes, we can, and we're going to be going to a Game 7. Let's go. Morant with 27 points, 10 assists. McNeely had 18, 17 from Mark Williams. Vince Williams has been playing amazing defense and offense off of our bench. Game 7. Let's see if we're going to be advancing to the conference finals, or are we going to be being sent to Cancun? And oh my God, we gave up 50 points in the first quarter. That is insane. We scored 19 points and gave up 50. They scored 77 points on us in the first half. This is over already. We know what we got to upgrade. And that's probably our defense. We let them score 139 points on us. Oh, God. Jaren Jackson, 21. Santi Aldama, 17. I didn't really have high hopes against the Dallas Mavericks anyways. Hopefully McNeely progresses this offseason, and we may make a few moves also. That way we could become championship contenders. Let's see who's going to go on to win. Mavericks versus the Pistons. Cooper Flag versus Luka, and Luka Doncic wins Finals MVP, and they also win the championship. We took the Dallas Mavericks to Game 7. It was pretty close, but the last game, we screwed up and gave up 77 points in the first half, which is insane. Let me overturn a few of these player retirements, and then I'll be seeing you guys at free agency. So our head coach's contract did expire this offseason. Even if it didn't, I was probably going to be firing him and acquiring ourselves a new head coach. Joe Mazzulla is here, Jason Kidd is here, and so is Michael Stauffer. First, I'm going to try going for Joe Mazzulla and Jason Kidd. If we can't get them, then we can obviously sign Michael Stauffer. Let's offer both of them as much as money we can, and oh god, we can only offer them 6.6 million, which kind of sucks. I think I'm going to free up some of our staff salary by firing a few of these guys here, the head scout and team doctor, since they're not as important as our head coach. So let's go ahead and fire them. Maybe the assistant GM too. We need to free up as much as money as we can here. That got us around almost an extra $1 million. We'll offer Joe Mazzulla a $7 million contract, and then the same thing to Jason Kidd. Hopefully one of them sign, and we're going to be getting Joe Mazzulla, which I'm really excited about. I've never gotten Joe Mazzulla as a head coach before, but we have him now. He has championship experience, so he should be able to help us be a really good team this season. Let me finish signing the rest of our staff, and then I'll be seeing you guys at the NBA draft because we have the 28th overall pick. Wait a second, we also have the 15th overall pick from the Orlando Magic, which I did not even know about, which is going to be phenomenal. Now we have 2 first-round picks. I don't know if we honestly even need these picks, to be honest, because I don't think we're going to be getting no all-star with the 15th overall pick anyways. If we want an amazing player, it's going to have to be in the top 3, as you guys can see. AJ DeBonsa, Cameron Boozer. We could get a steal of a pick, but honestly, our roster is already pretty good. Well, actually, what we can use is a new backup point guard, because Scottie Pippen is falling off. And I've noticed in other 2K rebuilds that I've done, he only plays good in the first season of the rebuild, and then after that, he starts to fall off for some reason. So we may look for that. I'll see you guys at the NBA draft when I come up with a decision on what we'll be doing with the 15th overall pick and the 28th overall pick. So we're here at the 15th overall pick, and this guy here has all NBA ceiling. So does Jasper Johnson. I think we're going to go ahead and select Jasper Johnson. He's an amazing offensive player, better offensive player than Michael Brown Jr. So we're going to go ahead and be picking Jasper Johnson with the 15th overall pick. And then with the 28th overall pick, we can also get Michael Brown Jr., which would be kind of cool. Caden Boozer is also here. What's his ceiling? All NBA. Let's see what the others are. All NBA. Starter. I'm probably going to go ahead and select either this guy here or Caden Boozer. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick this guy here. If he's good, we can play him. If not, we could trade him in the future. So yeah, that's it for the NBA draft. I'll be seeing you guys at free agency. We basically have all of our players on contract, so we won't have to be bringing back anyone in free agency. But what I am going to be doing is trading away Scottie Pippen Jr. and Michael Brown Jr. for Bogey Fland, who has 3.5 star trade value, which means he's probably going to be progressing a lot this offseason. And in his rookie season, he was absolutely phenomenal. He's a good playmaker, good 3-point shooter, good offensive player in general, and a good perimeter defender. So we're going to go ahead and bring Bogey Fland on our team, and that's going to be it for this off season. I'll be seeing you guys at the start of season number 3, and if we decide to make any moves by the trade deadline, we will obviously do so. So now I'll see you guys at the start of this coming season. We're here at the start of season number 3. Here's our starting lineup. We're going to have the same starting lineup as last season. Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, Liam McNeely, who's up to 85 overall, which is just what we needed from him in order for us to become championship contenders. I do have the progression rate set at 60, so that's probably a reason he progressed a little extra. Also, Jaren Jackson Jr., Zach Edey off the bench. We're going to have Mark Williams, Santi Aldama, Gigi Jackson, and Bogey Fland, who's up to 80 overall also. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. That helps my videos out a lot. And also subscribe. I'm almost at 100 subscribers at the time of this recording. And now I'll either be seeing you guys at the trade deadline or the end of this season if we're playing good. Let's see how game 1 goes, and it was a win against the Boston Celtics. So Joe Mazzulla is our head coach now, and he just defeated his old team in the first game, which should be a good sign. And I think we're going to be a lot better this season with the new updates to our roster and the new update to our head coach. So I'll be seeing you guys either at the trade deadline or the end of this season, depending on how we're playing. So I decided to stop here at the trade deadline. The reason for that is we've been off to a horrible start this season. As you guys can see on the left side of the screen, we're 28 wins and 21 losses, which makes us the 6th seed. We're clearly not championship contenders as of right now, but we're going to make that change with some trades that we're going to be pulling off here. Obviously, John Morant will be safe throughout this whole video, and I think Jaren Jackson Jr. probably should be safe for the entire video also, but other than these two, no one else is safe. So, yeah. I'm going to be coming up with the trade number 1 here. Desmond Bane has not really been efficient. He hasn't been scoring consistently, at least. His efficiency has been good, but he's not been a consistent scorer for us. And the same could be said about Liam McNeely, who I thought would be playing a lot better with that new 86 overall, but he's not. So let me come up with a trade here for one of our players on our roster, and when I come across the decision we're going to be making, I'll make sure to show y'all. So for the first trade, we're going to be trading away Liam and Mark Williams, not for this trade right here. I'm just hovering over this trade right now. But the trade I'm going to try doing is this one right here for Franz Wagner, not for Isaiah Collier. I want him out of this trade, and I want a center from them in return, someone that could be our new backup center. This guy would be pretty good in my opinion. Let's see how his defense is. His rebounding is amazing and defense is all right. And yeah, let's see if we can include him, and we can't for some reason. The Grizzlies would acquire $5 million more. How does that make sense? They're paying Franz Wagner $41 million. No wonder. Let's see who we could toss them that we don't really need on this team. This guy probably won't be playing for us anyways, but he has a crazy high value, so I would want something even better for that in return. What I think I'm going to try doing once again is put these two in a trade and that other point guard that has a ton of value. Maybe we'll get something better for them three together. So let me try that first. If not, I'll be back on this trade to show you guys if we can get it done. So I threw all three of them in, but I decided to take the backup point guard out of this trade at least. They wanted him included in this trade, which we would be getting ripped off if we pulled that trade off. So I decided to take him out of that trade. But Bilal Coulibaly could be our new starting small forward. He's an amazing defender, amazing three-point shooter, and he could be that perfect role player to have at our small forward position. Jordan Poole will get and flip right away for another backup center. He's not going to be staying here for long, so let's see if they accept this, and they do. Perhaps we should have taken a few picks from them, because I think we probably could have gotten a few picks. But now I'm going to trade Jordan Poole for a backup center, and then I'm going to pull off one last trade after this one, and then we'll be ready to hit the playoffs. So we're going to be trading for players and flipping them. This will probably be the last player that we get and flip, which is going to be Tyrese Maxey. We could keep him as our shooting guard, but our backcourt would be really small. We are going to trade away Jordan Poole and Gigi Jackson, who has been playing horrible this season, a career low in literally everything. So we're going to go ahead and trade him off. And by the way, he would want an extension anyways, which I wouldn't really be down to pay after this season. So we're going to go ahead and trade Jordan Poole and Gigi Jackson for Tyrese Maxey. And now I don't know what we're going to do. Do we just keep Tyrese Maxey as our shooting guard? But I don't think that would make sense. I think I'm going to trade Tyrese Maxey for our elite center. And then I think we're going to be an unstoppable team because we already have our bench figured out. Santi Aldama's on the bench. But now we need to trade Tyrese Maxey for an elite center. And then perhaps the elite center we get after trading Tyrese Maxey could be our new starting center. And then Zach Edey would be our sixth man. I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to be trading away Tyrese Maxey also. And that may just be our last trade if I think everything is fine. Like I said, we're going for a championship this season, so we got to do what we got to do, man. This is insane. We can get ourselves Joel Embiid from the Philadelphia 76ers for Tyrese Maxey and Santi Aldama. Do we pull this off or do we not? I don't know, dude. He's the best center we can get here. I'll show you guys if you guys don't believe me. Bam Adebayo would also be a really good fit on our team, I think. So either it's going to have to be Bam Adebayo or Joel Embiid, in my opinion. Sabonis is here, but Sabonis' defense is not good, and we need to improve our defense already as it is. So most definitely not going to be him. Derek Lively would be kind of cool, but he's not that elite all-star level center. Those two are the only all-star big men that teams are willing to offer us. Joel Embiid, whose points per games took a huge dip, but I think if we give him more minutes and higher his shot tendency, I think he'll come back around to being that prime Joel Embiid, even though he is 32 years old. It's either him or Bam Adebayo. Let me quickly think about this, and when I come up with that decision, I'm going to show you guys who we'll be selecting. So I decided that big man that we're going to be getting is not going to be Joel Embiid. It's going to be Bam Adebayo. He's an amazing defender, one of the best big man defenders in the league. He can score at a high rate, and he should be able to help our team get one step closer to that championship. I don't know if there's another trade here that I should make or not, but I think there might be one that I'm thinking about. So let me see if I can get something for that in return. If I can, I'll show you guys. Let's see how our defense was so far. I'm pretty sure we had one of the worst defenses in the league. The best offense, but our defense was literally, yeah, the worst. We were the fifth worst team defensively in the whole league out of all 30 teams. We were the fifth worst, which is bad. So yeah, let me see if I could pull off a trade for one last player. If I can, I'll show you guys. So I did want to upgrade our shooting guard position from Desmond Bane. The last few years with him have not been working out. As you guys can see, he's been playing good, but I guess his fit just hasn't been good on our team. And we can get ourselves Jalen Williams, J-Dub. And he's only 6'5", so we can move him to be our new starting shooting guard. And I doubt that his overall will drop by much. I believe it'll stay the same. And we also get Colin Sexton, who we can use off our bench if we need to. He's shooting 40, 40, 90. So yeah, 44, 40, 90. Let's go ahead and pull this trade off and get J-Dub on our team. Let's move him to be our, where is he? Right here, shooting guard. And his overall goes up by 2. As you guys can see, that is insane. So from power forward, now he's a 92. We gave up an 89 overall Desmond Bane, I believe, for a 92 overall Jalen Williams, basically, which is insane. Now we got ourselves a deadly starting 5. Why do they want to start Santi Aldama over Triple J? Are they crazy? That isn't the most insane thing I've seen in my life. A defensive player of the year type of player they want to bench. That makes no sense. But this is going to be our rotation for now. We're going to have Ja Morant, Jalen Williams, Bilal Coulibaly, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bam Adebayo, Santi Aldama, Zach Edey, Colin Sexton, and Bogey Fland. Our starting 5 is insane. A lot of offense, but even more defense. J-Dub is an elite defender. Bilal Coulibaly is an elite defender. Jaren Jackson Jr. is an elite defender. And so is Bam Adebayo. So we're set on defense for sure. We'll be able to lock up basically every team in the league. And now we'll be seeing you guys at the end of this season. So I fixed up the player shot tendencies. I want to show you guys how we play in these next 2 games with a new roster. Let's see. Game 1 is a loss. Okay. Well, I guess chemistry still needs to be built, so that kind of plays a role into it also. Let's see if we can win Game 2 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And we also lose that. Hopefully, we don't just go on a crazy losing streak, even though we have the most elite team in the NBA. That would be embarrassing. Because our team is insane, but you never know what could happen, dude. So now I'll be seeing you guys hopefully in the playoffs. I hope we don't end up being a play-in team. That would be embarrassing. So we're here at the end of this season where Wemby wins the most MVP. Sorry, I was about to say Defensive Player of the Year, but he wins a MVP. Cameron Boozer wins Rookie of the Year. Sixth player goes to Egor Demin. Depoy also goes to Wemby. Devin Carter, Most Improved. Jason Tatum, Clutch Player of the Year. JB Bickerstaff wins Coach of the Year. And they also get Executive of the Year. Let's see if we have any of our players here. We do get Morant on All NBA First Team. As you guys can see, he was basically averaging a double-double, the same stats as the previous season, with better efficiency shooting-wise. Let's see if we get anyone else on here. I don't think we will. We get Bam Adebayo on All NBA Third Team, which is phenomenal to see, averaging 15 points, 10 rebounds on pretty decent splits shooting. Anyone on All Defensive Team? Bam is on All Defensive First Team. That's what I'm talking about. What about Jaren Jackson Jr.? Nope, he's not here. It is what it is. Where are we? We were the 3rd seed. Once again, I don't know what it is, but 2K just must hate the Memphis Grizzlies. It's always like that. One team always just gets bashed for no reason by the 2K simulator. Most of the time, it's a Phoenix Suns, and now I realize it's also the Memphis Grizzlies. Like, we cannot win any games. It's just so hard. We built the most next-level super team that you can think about, and yet we only won 51 games. Make that make sense. We weren't even the 1st seed. It just makes absolutely no sense. But now we're going to win ourselves a championship. No matter what happens, watch us do it. Let me fix up our player minutes, and then we'll get right into the playoffs. Let me also show you guys the player stats for the regular season. 24 from Ja, 16 from J-Dub, 15 from JJJ, Bam Adebayo with 15, 15 from Bilal Coulibaly, 10 from Zach Edey, and then the rest of the team down here. I'm going to be fixing up our player minutes, and then let's see if we can defeat the OKC Thunder. Alrighty, the player minutes have been fixed up, and now Desmond Bane will be going up against his old team, and then Jalen Williams will be going up against his old team, the OKC Thunder. Let's see who's going to get the better of this round, and hopefully it's us. Game number 1 is a win. Let's go. Bilal Coulibaly dropping a 32-point double-double. Game number 2 is also a win. J-Dub with 34, Morant with 25, Bilal Coulibaly with 21. Let's go. Can we go up 3-0? And we do. Nice. 30-point double-double from Morant, 24-point double-double from Bam Adebayo, who's playing absolutely phenomenal. That is what I'm talking about. Game number 4 is also a win, so we sweep the OKC Thunder. Desmond Bane did not get his revenge this time around, but J-Dub most definitely did, averaging 22.5 points per game that playoff series. Now we're going to be going up against, we were the only team to sweep someone by the looks of it. Now we're going to be going up against the Dallas Mavericks. Well, no, we weren't the only team. There was a bunch of other teams that swept other teams as well. I thought it was only going to be us. We're going to be going up against, okay, they don't have Luka, which is, okay, this team's not even scary anymore. What? How were they the 2nd seed? They have Tyus Jones, Kyrie Irving, Quentin Grimes, Tobias Harris, an old 78 overall Tobias Harris. And that's basically it. Their bench is kind of good, but that's not going to save them from our team, as you guys can see. So let's go ahead and destroy them and advance to the... What the hell? They won game 1. I was getting too cocky there, I think. Perhaps I shouldn't have done that. 35-year-old Kyrie Irving is still busting our ass, by the looks of it. Game number 2 is a win. Let's go. J-Dub with 34. I think we should be able to beat them pretty easily. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, they tie the series up. Why do I get so cocky? How is Jaden Hardy dropping 30 points on our head? I'm going to come up with a coach game plan. I don't even want to risk it. Because whenever I risk it and don't come up with a defensive coach game plan is when we get destroyed somehow. So let me come up with a coach game plan before we advance. Defensive coach game plan has been set. I also made some Substitutions off of in our rotation. For defensive reasons, we will be playing DeAnthony Melton and Vince Williams Jr. for defensive reasons. So they're going to be in 12 minutes each. Hopefully that helps out our defense, even if it's by a tiny bit, which I think it will, because that's 24 minutes of straight defense and nothing but defense. Let's see what happens here. So far, we do have the lead. They are pushing back, but we still have the lead here. And now we're running away with it. 2 minutes left, and there we go. Clearly, that defense worked out. The coach game plan worked out. But now we got to keep this up for a few more games and get past this team and advance to the next round. 39 from Morant, 21 from William J-Dub, 16 from Triple J. And yeah, Vince Williams Jr. in 12 minutes, 11 points, a steal, three-pointers, amazing. That's why we subbed him in. Hopefully we can beat them in this game and not have to go to a game 7. Let's see what happens here. I think we should be able to beat them, but you never know. Our defense is better now. And yeah, by the looks of it, we are going to be advancing to the conference finals. Let's go. Clearly the coach game plan helped, and adding Vince Williams Jr. and who was the other guy again? DeAnthony Melton. Yeah, sorry. DeAnthony Melton. Adding both of these two in, even though it's 12 minutes each, it's helping a lot with our defense, that's for sure. Bilal Coulibaly led the way with 27 points, 26, almost a triple-double from Morant, which would have been amazing. But now we got ourselves Wemby and the San Antonio Spurs. This may be a little bit more scary here. Their bench is stacked also, just like us. They have 4 players on their bench, 80+ overalls. Stephon Castle is up to 87 overall. Devin Vassell, they got Chris Middleton. I don't know who this guy is. He may be their weak link, so hopefully we could target him. I'm not sure. Let's see how Wemby's been playing. 25 points per game. Let me see. Well, I don't think we need to fix up our player minutes as of right now. I think things are fine, but let's see how things play out. Game number 1 is a loss. What is going on here? Wemby dropped 28 on our head. They literally won by 1 point. What about game 2? If we lose game 2, I'm coming up with a coach game plan. At least we win game 2, 27 from Morant. That's defense we need every night to win a championship. We held them to under 100 scoring. Let's see if we can do that again. We do win, and we hold them to 99 points once again. This is a defense that we need. Let's go. Can we go up 3-1? Yes, we can. We didn't hold them below 100, but still beat them by like 20 points, I believe. Yeah, basically by 20 points, which is amazing. J-Dub had 25-point double-double from Jaren Jackson Jr., a triple-double from Morant with 20 assists and only 3 turnovers. That is insane. Gentleman's sweep, yes it is. And we're finally making it to the finals. Morant had 30, 28 from J-Dub, 17 from Bilal Coulibaly. Zach Edey's been playing phenomenal for us off the bench. Triple J has been playing phenomenal also. How's Bam Adebayo? Yup, he's playing good for us. Let's see who we're going to be going up against. Either it's going to be the Indiana Pacers or the Toronto Raptors. And it's the Toronto Raptors. Morant is your Western Conference Finals MVP, and Scottie Barnes is the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. We had a chance to trade for Scottie Barnes, and I was highly thinking of it. But I'm not sure why I didn't end up pulling off on that trade. I kind of wanted him to be our starting small forward. That honestly would have been amazing to have as our small forward right here. But now we still have an elite defender who's doing just fine. So, yeah, let's see how things go. We're obviously the better team. Look at their team. They have a 79 overall as their starting point guard. And then Jakob Poeltl as their starting center, and his efficiency is horrible. So we should be able to win this series pretty easily. I hope it's easy. But it's not, obviously, because we lose game 1 somehow, which is insane. Game 2, at least we win game 2. Okay, 24 from Bilal Coulibaly. Our defense was insane, but so was theirs. This team, how are they so good defensively? That makes no sense. We're up 2-1. Let's go. Morant had a 32-point triple-double. That's what I'm talking about. He made 6 3-pointers, and Morant isn't known to be a shooter. That's phenomenal. Game number 4. Yes, we're up 3-1. Just like that. Morant almost had another triple-double, which would have been insane. 21 points, 21 from J-Dub. And are we going to be winning a championship here? We're not. Okay. Morant, 21. I say we should jump into Simcast. I don't want to risk it and end up going to a game 7. So let's see what happens here in Simcast. So far we have the lead, but can we keep it as a question? They are pushing back. We're up by 17. So yeah, it looks like we will be winning most likely unless they have a crazy comeback in the end, which they will not. Morant with 26 points, 10 rebounds, and we're the 2027 NBA champions. The Memphis Grizzlies are your 2027 NBA champions. Let's see who's going to win Finals MVP. It'll probably be Ja, and yes, it is, of course, averaging 22 points, 7.5 rebounds, 10 assists, almost averaging a triple-double. That is insane for a 6'2" guard, point guard. That is insane. And he was shooting good, playing good defense, everything. Let me show you guys the player stats for the playoffs, and then we'll call this video to an end. So this is the stats for our players in the playoffs. 24 from Morant, 21 points per game from J-Dub, 18 from Bilal Coulibaly. Both of these guys helped us win this championship, same as Bam Adebayo. Ever since we got them, we've been winning a whole lot more games and won championship that first season. So Bam was also a really good get for us. 18 from Bilal Coulibaly, 13.5 from Jaren Jackson Jr., who played absolutely phenomenal for us. 13 from Bam, amazing starting center to have on our team. I'm happy we chose him. Zach Edey was a perfect backup center for us to have in this playoff run, and he did his job perfectly. He played really good defense and offense, almost averaging 10 points per game in only 18 minutes a game. 8 from Santi Aldama. Vince Williams Jr., who we subbed in late, was phenomenal. His defense, 3-point shooting, all of that. And then these two we took out after a few games because they weren't really playing the best. The 3-point shooting was bad, and then their defense was bad also. So I decided to put in DeAnthony Melton and Vince Williams, and clearly that worked out because DeAnthony Melton was playmaking, scoring, and stealing the balls, as you guys can see, getting mad steals per game. So that's the reason we put them in there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure to drop a thumbs up. That helps, that supports my channel out a lot. And also make sure to subscribe if you are new. I make NBA 2K25 content. If you guys want to watch my last video, it'll be here on the screen. You guys can click it and watch. Until next time, it's your boy Dragon, and I'm out. Peace.